Dun. Grims clutch. I was on Animal Jam. As you know, doing the usual, making videos, watching glitches, making glitches, doing glitches, until I got a jamagram. Yeah, a jamagram. Seems a bit simple. So, as I clicked on the jamagram, it said, meet me in Mount Chevere. So, I was just so bored and I needed to meet someone, but it didn't say who it was from. But I just went because I needed to meet someone, because I was so very bored. So I went to Mount Chevere, and a person, an animal walked up to me, a koala, in fact. Yeah, and they said, something like a mumble or something. It was like they were pretending to mumble, but they were like, I don't know, they were just saying, I think it was something like, darkness, darkness, soul, soul, down, take over, body, brain, whatever. And after a while, it started to freak me out. And when it really freaked me out is when my animals started to move uncontrollably, doing moves that you couldn't actually do in Animal Jam. It did one, but led on the floor, but on its back. And the Grim, I'm calling it Grim because it was Grim. This koala was no ordinary. This Grim koala, it struck its mighty Reaper sword, or whatever you call it, through the animal's stomach, and then there was a loading page. Loading. And guess what it said on that loading page? Grims clutch. I waited for a few hours and it finally loaded. I was downstairs and getting a drink, and when I came back up I saw it had loaded. So I waited for a few hours and everything. And so I decided to explore the place. It was Animal Jam, but it was dark with blood and graves. And now I know that this stuff in Animal Jam, but blood on the graves, until I saw a paw coming out of a grave. It snatched me down underneath the earth. Another loading sign. I was getting fed up with this. Why does all these bad stuff happen to me? Why can't they just happen to someone else, I thought. So, I waited another hour and it loaded. But what I saw was weird. I was in a cage. Dead animal bodies all around me. Then I saw zombies. Actual zombies of humans, not animals on the Animal Jam. And I saw piles of bones on the ground. What? They started to walk, the zombies. They started to come towards my animal. I looked on my screen and thought, is this really happening, or is this just a dream? I couldn't believe my eyes. What was happening? What was going on? Whoosh! I was sucked into the game. This was scary. I could see everything that was going on in the game in my animal's eyes. There were proper zombie humans walking towards me. Proper. This was no dream. This was real. I screamed for my mum. My mum was at home, but she was sleeping. Yes, it was late at night and I shouldn't have done it, but I snuck up and played Animal Jam because I was so bored. I couldn't believe it. What was going on? Why was I like this? I looked at myself. I had my animal's fur, my animal's body, my animal's... Clash! My mind went black. I couldn't think, see. or anything. I was dead. Dead. Dead.